Good morning, Primary 2. This is your maths work for Wednesday on the 27th of January, and we're going to be learning all about patterns. We're going to be learning about patterns that are in shapes, patterns that are in colours. Now, we learned about patterns before, and we can see patterns are all around us. So some animals have patterns in fur, and I think we need to guess what animals these patterns have come from. What do you think? You can pause this video at any time if you want some thinking time, or if I go a bit too fast for you, you can see what you think. So this one, that's quite easy. I think that came from a zebra. What do you think? That's absolutely right. This one, I think that could have come from a rhinoceros or from an elephant. An elephant. This one I think is easy. I think it's an animal that has a really long neck. Yeah, it's a giraffe. This one, this is tricky because it's maybe a cheetah or maybe it's a leopard. That's a leopard. I think if you said cheetah, that's fair enough. And this one, be careful, don't say lion, don't say lion. That's a tiger. Very good. So we can see patterns in animals' fur sometimes. And we learnt about patterns already because we learnt about Rangoli patterns when we learnt about Diwali. They're patterns that people who are Hindu make out of sand when they're celebrating Diwali. There are also patterns on our clothes. You might have a checked pattern on your shirts, some patterns on your other clothes, your pajamas, maybe a patterned scarf and some gloves. Can you have a look at your own clothes? Maybe you're wearing some patterns right now. And in your home, maybe there's patterns in your curtains, patterns in your rugs, cushions, on your bed sheets, on some other items in your house. Maybe you could go now and you could find some of those things. You could pause the video right now if you wanted and you can go and find some things with patterns. Now, let's see what these are. Some of these are patterns and some of these are not patterns. What do you think? I think that one's not a pattern because it's just green. Nope. That one? This blue one? No patterns there. This one? Is orange. Well, I think that this one's a pattern because we already did that before when we did the animal print. So I think that's a pattern. What do you think? It is. Well done. What about this one? Like a checked pattern. Looks like a blanket or a tablecloth or something. You might take that on a picnic. Yeah, that's a pattern. What about this one? It's got polka dots. I think that's a pattern. I like this one down here. It's got different shapes and they repeat over and over again. So I think that makes them a pattern. And this one, is that a pattern? That last one? I think it is. Now look at this big picture. There's loads of patterns in this picture. Pause the video and have a few minutes to look at this and see how many patterns you can find. I saw a pattern in the corner that had a rock, a frog, a fish, a rock, a frog, and a fish. That's cool. There it is. That one down there. Maybe you saw a different pattern. Maybe you saw a pattern over here. It's got two tall red flowers and three small pink flowers. And it's going red, red, pink, 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 red, red, pink, pink, pink. Oh, and the snake's got a good pattern. It's going purple, blue, red, purple. Oh, purple. No, I thought it was going to be purple next and it's not. Oh dear. Let's see, check again. Purple, blue, red, blue. Purple, blue, red, blue. I see. It repeats over and over again all the way to the little snake tail. Now, patterns can repeat like this. They can go green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. That's a pattern that repeats 2 times. 2 different things repeating over and over again. Or the patterns can go like this. Orange, 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 blue, blue. Orange, 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 blue, blue. That's a pattern with 3 repeating colours. Or the pattern can go like this. Pink, pink, green, blue. Pink, pink, green, blue. And every pattern follows a different rule when it's repeating or it's changing. But patterns can sometimes grow as well. So a pattern could start out like this. It goes blue and then pink frog. So we've got blue circle, pink frog. Then it's going to go blue circle. Then 2 pink frogs. Then I'll have a blue circle. And 3 pink frogs. Pause the video and have a little think. What might come next? I had 1 pink frog, then it was 2 pink frogs, then it was a dot, and then it was 3 pink frogs. Next, it's going to be 1 blue dot, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 pink frogs. So the rule is 1 blue circle, and then add 1 more frog each time. Let's see what's going to come next. In this one, this is a pattern that grows. We've got 1 here, then 2, then 3, and then 4, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think is going to come next? Pause if you need some more time to think. Let's see what's next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes next. Gets 1 bigger each time. It's like a flight of stairs. Bop, 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 bop. Adding 1 each time. Next one, we've got 2, then it's 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It goes 2, and then 4, and then 6. What might be next? 2, 4 blocks, 6 blocks. If you need more time to think, pause right now. Let's see what's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it went 2, then 4, then 6, then it was 8. It went up in 2s, like when we count in 2s. And every time you added 2 more blocks. What about this one? It's got these 3 colours, and then you add those 3 colours, and 1 more of those 3 colours, another one of those 3 colours. What do you think the next one's going to look like? Oh, see, you add, every time you've added 1 more row of 3 squares. So each pattern, every time the pattern repeats, the pattern gets bigger, which is why we call it a pattern that grows. Now, if you want to do a little bit more at home, then I think that you could do one of these 3 activities with the things that you have in your house. You could use Lego, you can use other things that you just have a lot of that you can create a pattern with, or you can draw the pattern with a pencil. So if you had something like Lego, you could make a pattern of 1 colour that repeats each time. This one's going blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red. For the spicy challenge, you could make a pattern that grows every time. This one looks like it grows by 2 blocks each time. And if you wanted to make an extra hot pattern, you can make a slightly more complicated pattern. This one's got a base level, and every time you add another blue and you add another red, decide what kind of pattern you'd like to try and make with things in your house, and then send us a picture. If you want a few more things to do, I'm going to post a link in the bio and a link on the virtual classroom to this episode of Number Blocks, where they have to find their way to the Pattern Palace, and this game that your kids might recognize from Skill, where we are creating repeating patterns. Enjoy Primary 2 and always send us your amazing work.